Hello, my name's Kathy McAnally and I'm coming to you from Bixby, Oklahoma. I have an Etsy shop called R&R Woven Treasures. It's been a while since I've made a video. I'm glad to be back. Through the pandemic, we had a lot of people, go online to do their schoolwork and to do their office work and stuff, and so we just didn't have enough bandwidth in our rural area to support videos and uploading videos, so it became very difficult for us to do that. So I stopped for a couple of years and I thought I'd give it a try again. So I'm glad to be back, and we got a new fiber optic cable. It's much faster, has a broader bandwidth on it, and so I hope this works. And I hope you all are doing well. This series of videos that I'm going to be making over the next few months is going to be directed toward learning some weaving techniques, and for those of you who are not weavers, you want to be sure and listen for things that are going to make your hand-woven treasure something that is truly unique. I'm going to be going over both uses and how to make these hand-woven treasures that I have in my shop. And again, my shop name is R&R Woven Treasures, and you'll find that down in the comments below. So let's take a look at this week's topic. Hello, this is Kathy McAnally, and I'm glad you could join us here at the loom. I've got a piece and I want to show you how we put the finishing touches on a piece. There are a number of ways that you could finish a piece. First of all, you could hem it, and we're all familiar with that. You hem the bottom of your pants or skirt or whatever, and we just simply roll it up twice, press it, and then sew it. But the problem with the hem is you have the back side and you'll have the front side, so it makes it so it's not totally reversible. And we like to make ours totally reversible. That way you can use both sides. In order to do that, we're going to take and zigzag this by hand across with a stitch. I'll show you how to do that. And then we're going to twist the fringe. The reason why we twist this fringe is because after washing, you can see what happens to the cotton thread. It just comes apart and it's a fluff ball. It wouldn't look very good after you washed it a number of times. It would just fall apart in your hands. And we don't want that to happen. We want this to be something that you can treasure for a long period of time. So we twist the fringe. And you can see how nice this table runner looks. On either side, it's totally reversible, both the fringe and the piece. So let's look and see how we do this. Okay, here we have some placemats that we're working on, and I'm going to show you how to do this simple hem stitch. And the hem stitch is nothing more than a zigzag, so you're going across and down or up. And so we're going to go across. Now I go across about 4 threads so that I have a total of 8. The 4 threads on the top and the 4 threads on the bottom would make 8. Then I'm going to go down about 3 rows and come up. And that'll make my zigzag. So I go over and then up. And this is a real simple little way to do it. When I started, in order to get the right length of thread here, and this is just the same thread that I'm using to make the table runner. It's just a standard cotton rug thread. And you're going to come across here on that last one, and you'd like to measure it about 4 times the width of my material. So I just take it and measure it simple like that and do it 4 times so that I end up with enough thread to go all the way across. Now, as you go all the way across, your last one may not end up with exactly 8, and that's okay. In fact, if you end up with 9 in one and 7 in another and 6 in another, it's not going to show that much. So we just need to stay close to 8 threads per group here. So as I go all the way across there, I can finish that. Afterwards, we're going to take this and cut it off. And I cut off about 5 to 6 inches of thread here so that I can take it and weave it. Or excuse me, that I can take it and twist it. And I've started twisting this. This is a table runner. And I've started twisting this, and you can see how I've done that so far. But all you have to do is take 2 groups, and you take your twister. And I bought this at a weaving shop. It's nothing more than a twister. This one happens to be Leclerc is the maker. They're out of Canada. But all the weaving shops have them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm just twisting that, and you can see it's starting to kink, and that's when I'm done. I count them so that they're all twisted about the same. Then I'm going to take that, and I'm going to loop it around my finger, bring it over, and push it through. Just basically tie off those ends, pull it tight, and there we have it. So that became one of our bundles, and then we got some twisted fringe. Then we do it again. Take 2 of the bundles, come over here. Now as we get down to the end of this, we might have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We might have one left over because we don't always know whether we're going to have exactly the right number of pairs as we go across. You might have an odd number. So you'd have to do 3 in one twist instead of just the 2. But if you just do it once, it'll be fine. You can see how that twists up just fine. And so the next step would be to wash this piece. And by washing it, we're accomplishing a couple of things. First of all, we're making sure that the dye in the thread is color fast and won't bleed onto anything. The other thing that it does is it shrinks. Cotton does shrink, just like those old jeans that we used to buy. You always wanted to buy the pre-washed kind because they would be pre-shrunk and they would fit the same, basically when you got them home as they would in the store. So these are all pre-washed. So the next thing that I would do with this is to pre-wash it, and it would tighten up the weave structure and end up looking like this and just being a really nice piece for a little table topper, and maybe this will grace somebody's Thanksgiving dinner. So that's how and why we do what we do when we finish a piece, and how a hand-woven table runner or a hand-woven pillow, we twist the fringe on rugs also, why it would last longer and be good for your home. I hope you enjoyed this little video. Again, my name's Kathy McAnally, and I have an Etsy shop called R&R Woven Treasures. You're welcome to click on the link below and explore the shop. Whether you're a customer or a weaver, I welcome you. And in fact, when you take a look, you'll be surprised what a hand weaver can do. Thank you very much. We'll see you later.